Listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Welcome back to another great episode of the Scoreboard Addicts podcast. I'm Nick. With me, as always, is Anthony the Rook, TJ, who's hammered, and our intern stat guy, Sal, over yonder. Wait, hold on. My camera's
right
not
here.
It's over there. He's there. You guys,
I'm over here.
He's here. Baby faced as always. TJ's starting to grow his stubble back. Anthony looks like he's been on a bender for about a week and a half. But his cleaning lady came, so we're good to go. This week,
goddamn cue cards.
This week. This week, we're starting it off with we're going to do a little WWE Trivia. Brad from the Pesky Report is going to be on the show, as well as Matt from the Squared Circle over on the Instagram and the Twitters. I shout out to my pops because I know he's watching.
And,
hey,
what's up, Mr. Velasquez? What's up, man?
Man,
how are we doing today, boys? We good?
We are doing amazing.
I'm good, but I wanted to test out this myth live on our podcast. I know it's a Midwest thing to do, but I've been seeing it forever since the commercials came out, and I want to see if it's true. Let's see if it's real.
It's all gonna just for everyone,
God.
On the audio, he was holding a Bush beer can, and that was him doing the whole little, what was it, like a river?
No, you never saw that commercial where every time they crack open a beer, it's just Bush.
Oh, I didn't know what you were doing. They're just making water noises.
What?
By the way, the Scoreboard Addicts podcast does not endorse or promote the usage of Bush while moving a vehicle.
We like clean shave. Oh, never mind.
Jesus.
I thought we were going a different way.
I actually thought the same thing what he was saying.
Well, alrighty then. So I think we're ready for trivia.
Good segue.
Hi, Dad.
Alrighty then. We will bring on our first. Well, we'll bring on the recurring guest who's always here, Matt O'Day from the Squared Circle. What's going on, Matt?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me, guys.
Well, thanks for being on once again. We didn't invite you, but somehow you show up anyway.
Yeah, I'm like Roger from Sister.
Basically.
Oh, Roger.
And we have Brad from the Pesky Report joining us today for wrestling trivia. What's going on, Brad? How you doing?
Fucking living the dream.
Boston in the house. We've been infiltrated.
I thought it was bad enough he was wearing a Red Sox hat, and then he put on the ugly ass yellow Red Sox hat. And God, it made it 10 times worse.
I don't know, man. I dig it.
It's a World Series hat.
Oh.
Say that again?
It's a World Series hat.
I don't recall them wearing a yellow hat in the World Series.
It's an 04. It's called the Pink Lemonade.
Oh, I thought that was that city crap that they did where they were like, yeah, we're going to go.
I got one of those too.
The UCLA colors. Because
the blue one.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, you guys, the Bruins, right? The Boston Bruins.
I mean, that's an actual team, so no.
Yeah.
You
came on
jabron.
to talk wrestling, not baseball, dickhead.
He's like, wait a minute, these guys tricked me. These guys are a bunch of New Yorkers. They're all Yankee fans, and they tricked me to come on their podcast.
That's what I'm fucking saying.
They did this on purpose to abuse me.
He's like, I'm never doing this again. All right, let's get started. Wrestling trivia. There's the
he better not win.
From Stat Guy Sal, Attitude Era Edition. Wrestling trivia. All right, and that would mean we are starting wrestling trivia once I get my questions up.
How does that not
go? Where did your cue cards go? They're gone.
They're gone. The cleaning lady took them She threw them away in the trash.
Didn't appreciate your art.
She didn't appreciate my parody WWF symbol.
Man, when she comes back and tell her you got to give her the "you're fired."
Come to find out, she's
actually
been
a
looking for
great-
McMahon this whole time.
Matt, that's actually a great segue into our trivia this week, because this week we have a topic for all 5 questions, and that is catchphrases.
No.
So, starting with question number 1. Most WWE superstars that last in the business come up with a catchphrase that resonates with all WWE fans for years to come, even after the superstar's retirement. Some memorable catchphrases from superstars have been, "Give me a hell yeah," "Get the tables," or "Hello, ladies." Which superstar had the catchphrase, "It's true, it's true"?
I had to pick a fucking pen that doesn't write.
Val Venus was the best when it was retired porn star turned.
Val Venus.
Hello, ladies.
Yeah, you did a better one than I did, but still pretty.
Do you
solid.
follow him on Twitter?
I do not. Is he worth a follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I never met a wrestler that Matt didn't think was worth a follow.
Yeah. Like Godfather.
This is more. Wow, really? He's a little outrageous, so it's definitely worth the follow.
Is he a porn star again?
No,
He's
he
not.
does shit with pot. He sells
Yes, he
pot.
does.
Oh, there's
That's originally why I followed him, but then he started getting like very political, and I was like, "Yo,
you dipped.
yeah."
All right, everyone locked in.
Oh, I forgot what we were doing.
pen
You
that
got
works.
You have a pen that works.
Nope, I picked a pen that does not work.
All right,
But I
that
know
means
who it
Brett,
is.
Brett is gonna go first every time. Brett, what's your answer?
Kurt Angle.
That is correct. Sal, give him the 2 points. Matt,
Alrighty.
what is your answer?
Kurt Angle, it's true, it's true.
All right, Sal,
Kurt Angle.
perfect. TJ,
I was wrong.
what was it?
I thought it was
Champ?
Road Dogg.
Oh, Nick.
I got Kirk Angel.
Actually, I have a fun fact for you guys.
Well, don't
You know
say it.
that-
It might be the next question.
Oh yeah. Actually, you want
No,
to?
it's not a catchphrase.
Okay.
Who was the original person to use that song?
The Patriot.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Did we talk about that last week?
Rewatch 97.
Yeah, so
That's
we
where
talked
he
about
was
recently too.
fighting Bret Hart.
All right. So everyone got it right except for TJ, defending champion. So it's a bad start.
He's playing the long game where we all
Yeah.
bet all our points at the end. And he
Yeah.
bets all but one.
Yes, exactly. That's actually how I won last week. All right. This duo was a Canadian professional tag team best known for their time in the WWF. The team disbanded in 2001. They had 7 reigns as WWF tag team champions. One of their popular catchphrases were, "For the benefit of those with flash photography." Name this tag team duo. This one's a little easy. I told Matt this week was a little easier because it's all catchphrases. So
But it's very entertaining, and you're doing a hell of a job as the host. And
thank you.
keep it up,
That
man.
chili's coming back on you, T.
I appreciate it.
You got it.
I wore my Hall shirt today.
Yeah, I was gonna say something. I was waiting for like the right time. I'm loving it. Too sweet.
What do you guys? Is that Macho Man?
no. Oh, yeah. That's
Macho Man.
Yeah. Is that a
Sweet.
Wearing our shirt.
spoiler?
I'm just wearing a blank shirt.
I can only wear it in the house because people throw things at me when I wear it outside.
Understandably so.
I'm just glad you're not walking out there naked.
I do that as well.
That's why they're throwing things at you.
No, nobody throws anything at me. They're too busy averting their eyes. It's like looking into the Ark of the Covenant.
All right, everyone's locked in, right?
Yes.
It was
All right,
like
Brad,
Brad's
you go
beard.
first.
Edge and Christian.
That is correct. Matt,
Agent Christian.
correct again. Sal,
Edge and Christian.
correct. TJ.
I didn't know, so I went Scotty Too Hottie and Grandmaster Sexy just to be a dick.
Yes, I love it. Give me the X, please. Give it X, TJ.
Oh,
Nick?
that's good.
I got Christian and Edge. Is that all right?
I think I'm
Yes.
gonna judges. We accept.
Yeah.
It. We accept it. We accept it. All right. So before I play the video, because there's a video clue on, Mr. McMahon was known for uttering this catchphrase towards several of his employees, including a former president of the United States, prior to him becoming the president of the United States. Who is Vince speaking to in this clip? As I try to get to it, because I forgot to load it up. No, it's loaded up. I just haven't have it. Oh, there we go.
Screw you! You're fired!
Who is Vince talking to in that clip? I think it's a little tougher because if you don't know that scene, then you want to play it one more time. It's not as good as the rapist one last week. But...
Oh my God, that was.
Yeah, play it one more time.
All right, here we go.
Screw you! You're fired!
Nick,
I think you should add the rapist line to the beginning of the show.
I actually just deleted it from. Let me see. I can pull it up because we're playing again. I think I do have it saved from last week. Hold on, give me a second. I may possibly play this again. Actually, whoever's the loser, I should just play this for them.
Yeah.
Come on out, you rapist!
That's a ridiculous scene.
How are we laughing about this?
Oh,
He's not really a rapist. That's why. That's why it's
not
funny.
true. And the way he
Jokes
says
about
it's hilarious.
it's like an outlandish accusation to make it someone who just married your daughter. Like
I
that's
should have said it to Ben Roethlisberger, or I mean,
Yeah, but he
let's just go down
married
the
his
list.
daughter while she was passed out drunk.
oh my god.
No, it was a ruse. Spoiler alert: they were in on it the whole time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't feel like that's true at all. I feel like she just went along with it after a while.
I don't know. She has Stockholm syndrome. You mean?
It's an upgrade from China, so
She's like
Oh, yeah.
Belle, Beauty and the Beast. All right, everyone locked
I was
in.
thinking that too.
Everyone locked in.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
All right, Brad, you go first.
Was it Austin?
You said Austin. Is that what he said? I missed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh,
Matt.
shit, I knocked over my scotch.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That is correct again. Sal.
Stone Cold.
Correct. DJ.
That sucks. I
Dude,
got
I'm shitting the bed
Stone
today.
Cold Steve Austin.
That is correct, sir. So everyone's right for
bastard.
TJ once again. Once again.
When TJ wins this week, I'm gonna be pissed off.
Yeah,
Nick,
that's
how
gonna
many
be
pieces
awesome.
of
if he
paper
wins
do
it
you
again.
use for your trivia answers?
What's that?
What?
I feel like Nick uses a separate piece of paper for every answer because he always writes so small.
No, they're on top.
I
Oh,
literally
are they?
just
Oh, he's folding it. Oh,
I just
professional.
folded it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when you're done with trivia, you have a little fan afterwards to keep yourself cool. I like it.
When I'm done with trivia, I just throw it at the camera. Right
All
at
right.
you, Matt.
Question number 4. The Rock is famous for having a few catchphrases that have been uttered throughout WWE Universe and even gets repeated by WWE fans this very day. However, the idea for this catchphrase was from saying was said backstage during a show and was getting a laugh out of it. He decided to make it part of his character. He first uttered this phrase at WrestleMania 14 during an interview segment. What was the catchphrase? And now we get quiet while everyone thinks. And I got to fill up time by just talking. So the audio is not terrible. Everyone probably hates my voice when I do this. Matt, you're really thinking there.
I'm
am.
lost.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
This is not a video clip. No, it's what catchphrase the Rock first used at WrestleMania 14. Third interview segment. The Rock has a couple of catchphrases, so who's to say which is the right one? Who could it be? Was it Poo Tang Pie? It was not. It was not. That's why I said it. So just
I'll
so.
never forget the time he did that song for Vicky Guerrero.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
God. Did he do a song with Slick Rick about the pie?
Yeah. He
Yeah,
did a
right.
song. What song was it? He did it with Wyclef. He did a song with Wyclef.
Oh, really? I thought it was
It was
Slick Rick.
awful. And it was awful.
He just did a song with Tech Nine too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. He literally throws like 4 bars and that's it.
and everybody goes crazy for it.
Oh, is that the one with the
What's
power?
my name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's my name? Motherfucking Rock, right? That's one?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
this is a hard one. This question.
Well,
You ruined the fucking do you like pie, Michael Cole? You ruined it.
It's not. Do you like pie? All right, I guess we're gonna have to wrap this one up because it seems like a tougher one. So let's just get started. Pick Brad. What do you got?
I'm going with Do You Smell What the Rock is Cooking?
That is correct.
Wow.
He did say so. He didn't say it that way, but he did say if you smell what I'm cooking. So I'll take that as an answer. Matt, you have the same one, I'm assuming.
I had the same one. I thankfully crossed out jabroni and I wrote that right one.
Nice. Sal,
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
it's a variation of it, but I'll take it. TJ,
What was the answer?
Not the one you have.
It doesn't matter. No, it
Oh,
doesn't matter.
okay.
Sorry, guys.
Nick,
I wrote know your role and shut your mouth.
I was hoping someone would say that, but yeah, no, that's actually incorrect.
I'm
All
sorry,
right.
what did you say?
So that's actually
It doesn't matter what you said.
I knew that was
I knew he
coming.
was gonna do
TJ
that.
just did it. I thought the shtick was over. I thought no one else would do it again. God damn it! I walked right into it. All right. Question number 5, Final Jeopardy. So we're gonna go around the
Oh.
room. Oh wait, Sal, give us our points. What is
Yes.
the points?
Brad has 8, Matt has 8, Nick has 6, and I have 8, and TJ has a goose egg.
He's got.
Sorry,
we'll give
TJ.
TJ one.
Yeah,
So he stays alive.
You can't win this week.
Give him the one. Give him the one. All right, TJ has 0. He can't really win, but he can still participate in Final Jeopardy. So everyone, put up your points.
Oh.
Matt always goes all
8?
in.
I'm going
I'm
same.
going all in. All
So we
in.
got all in, all
Why
in,
not?
all in, all in. So everyone's all in.
Brad, that was
Wait.
the weirdest way
1
to write
million.
8 ever.
Yeah,
I think Nick is not all in.
I am.
he put 6.
Oh.
And
Yeah, but
TJ
he
put
should've-
up
Oh,
$1
my bad.
million.
Matt, you really need to stop smoking before the show.
He's the guest that just shows up. And we're like, we don't know how it happens.
He's the guy on the couch.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say he's the guy on the couch.
Yeah.
I'm always here.
All right, now that everyone is in, here we go. Final Jeopardy. On January 23rd, 1984, at the infamous Madison Square Garden, Hulk Hogan won his first WWF championship, and Hulkamania was born. Who first uttered the infamous term of Hulkamania? I don't know why I said infamous. It could be just famous. The famous term or catchphrase or word of Hulkamania.
Who first said it?
Yep. Who's the person that first uttered it? I like using the word utter instead of who said it.
My guess is so out there, but I
Well,
want
don't
to
sing out loud. We're in the middle of a trivia thing here, Sal.
I know. I'm sorry.
Stop
This is a
singing out
very good
loud.
question.
This is a good question.
Yeah.
Look at this. When I stump the wrestling guys, I love it. It's awesome.
What you gonna do, brother?
Yeah. Look at that Matt's face. I don't know if he's high or he's just like really stunned by this question.
Just his face.
It's just his face. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there.
Put your hands together.
A mix of option 1 and 3.
All right.
I'm locked in. I don't know.
Everyone's locked
My
in.
face was
Yeah.
making I wasn't, but I am.
He's still thinking there, Brad. You're almost ready?
Yeah.
All right.
I can promise you it wasn't Dennis Eckersley.
All right, let's go, Brad. What do you got?
We're going with Gorilla Monsoon.
That is correct.
Wow.
Wow. Holy shit.
Let's go.
Nice.
Matt, what do you got?
Gorilla Monsoon.
Correct, Sal.
I went the other way. I went Jesse Ventura.
That is incorrect, Sal. You will not be a third-time champion. Nick,
Oh man.
Said Mean Gene Okerlund.
That's what I was thinking too.
Nick is also a 0. TJ, I would ask you, but you have no points left. But did you even have it?
No, I said Mean Gene.
Oh, Mean Gene. All right. Well, that is
Close.
correct. So we have to go to the tiebreaker.
Oh shit!
All right. This is
A
gonna
lightning round.
This is gonna have to be. All right. So whoever's the first to, we don't have buzzers here, but first to raise their hand gets to answer the question. All right. What were Hulk Hogan's 3 demandments? Matt.
Say your vitamins.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Say your prayers.
No, you're done. You're done. That's wrong. You can't say vitamins, so you're actually wrong.
Are you kidding?
You're wrong.
First night ever that Matt is now angry at
He's so excited. He's like, look, say your vitamins.
Terrible.
God.
Don't worry, dude. I'll probably get this
Mine are
wrong.
A, C, D.
Brad, you get
Take your vitamins.
Here.
Say your prayers. Fuck.
And fuck.
I'm pretty sure.
Yes,
I saw that porno.
fuck.
It might have been fucked.
All right. Matt, we'll give you a second chance because you probably knew it, but you fucked up your words.
No. It's okay.
All right.
I don't feel like it's okay. It doesn't seem like you're not acting like it's okay.
No, it is. It's you can't. You're right. You can't
He was
say
so
your vitamins.
confident. I love he was like, say your vitamins. All right.
Hey,
all
Matt.
Right, all right.
Matt, your haircut looks great.
Proposal here.
Thank you.
They were training, saying prayers, and eating vitamins. Those were the 3 demandments. So now we have to go to the double.
What was the first
tiebreaker.
one?
Training.
I wouldn't have got that because I don't train.
So we have
Do
to
you
do a
even
double
lift?
tiebreaker, which would mean after this, if we are still tied, I will have to name a co-champion, I guess, here.
Rock, paper, scissors.
No way, dude. It reverts back to the former champ.
0, dude.
I got it.
All right.
Paseo Sack Racing and alternate weekends until we have a winner.
All right. The second tiebreaker, raise your hand first. Who did Hulk Hogan defeat to win his first championship? Matt.
The Iron Sheik.
That is correct. And bonus points, Matt. Hulk Hogan was the first wrestler to do what?
Sell out
Say
Madison
your
Square
vitamins.
Garden.
No,
Body
dude.
slam Andre the Giant.
Escape the camel clutch of the Iron Sheik.
Oh, I don't.
There's a little
I
bonus
didn't even
point
realize- You're right.
Yes, I know I'm right. I looked up the. All right, then, Matt. Welcome back to the winner's circle. Right? Did you
Thank
win
you.
one? Oh, you did win one.
Yes, this
One.
is
You won
my
week.
second one.
You won week 2.
Clap it up for Matt.
Thank you. Here's my cookie.
Is that an
Fuck
edible?
giving such a long applause.
No,
It really is a long applause. We got to find a shorter one for that.
No, I just need to press the button more than once. I press it and let it go. I should just press it and turn it off.
Yeah, probably should.
What were the guidelines under which Matt came on the show?
Yeah, what is it this
I
week?
actually, unfortunately, did not come up with one this
We
week.
didn't have a contract this
Oh
week.
man.
He didn't have a contract this week. He just showed up this time. Remember, he's just hanging out and coming on. And I'll think of one next week when Matt.
Listen, I
comes
talked to
on.
Matt offline about this. He's tired of the abuse. Okay, tired of it.
Well, this
No
was
respect.
last week's, so he could just read the same one again. Matt would give up He would give Freddie Freeman the number 5 the ticket from Joe DiMaggio, but meant that Freddie Freeman would be a Yankee. It's an outrageous thing. I don't know why he would say that, but that's what he wanted to say.
If that was the only stipulation, I'd be down for that too.
Just
Joe
a number.
DiMaggio's dead.
Don't
Yeah,
the
like,
Yankees
well-
have one number retired twice?
See, number 8. Two
Well, no,
times.
they have 2 numbers retired twice, 42 and 8.
Yeah, 42. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but 8.
Both those 8 guys are in the Hall of Fame, though.
Yeah.
Was it Yogi and Bill Dickey, right?
Yeah, but like when Bill Dickey retired, they didn't have retired. Not like numbers were a brand new thing.
Yeah. So it wasn't like
He only wore a number for like 2 years.
yeah.
I do agree that the Yankees are retiring a lot of numbers, but
My number's getting retired next week.
But you want to retire Paul O'Neill's though, because that's what you said last time. So that was
sentimental. I have a lot
Who
of
gives a fuck about
sentiment.
sentiment?
No.
Who
Boo
gives
this
a shit
man.
about
Wait,
sentiment?
wait, guys. Wait 1 second.
Being
Whoa. Let Matt speak. Matt, why do you want to retire Paul O'Neill's number?
I figure
Oh, he got disconnected.
Wow.
Disconnected.
We were right here. Right here.
I was going to say it doesn't matter.
Oh, I wasn't gonna do that. I was just gonna say get disconnected. Brad, so where can we find you? I know the Pesky Report's popular Red Sox podcast. So tell us where we could find you.
You can find us on Apple, Spotify, all those great whatevers, Amazon, whatever. We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Pesky Report. Very active. We'll be starting some new YouTube content in the coming weeks. We actually have an all MLB content creator going to be doing stuff on our YouTube page, and we're in talks to having some people do some other content on our YouTube page about the Red Sox.
Sweet, sounds awesome. I was just gonna say maybe we'll have you on again for a Yankees Red Sox series. We could do a little mayor's bet.
At least I'll know what I'm getting into. This time I had no idea. I was like, oh, wrestling, cool. And then like I pop on and everyone's a Yankee fan, and I'm just like, fuck me.
Well, we appreciate you for staying after that, because we did that little pre-show type of just discussion basically, and Nick jumped on and immediately jumped down your throat. So I appreciate you sticking around with Yankee fans.
Here's a fun fact, and I'll probably get shit for people who are Sox fans. I grew up a Yankee fan.
Oh shit, Nick.
Look at this motherfucker. My all-time favorite player is Don Mattingly.
That's fair. That's a great favorite player.
Yeah.
Hey man, I grew up in foster homes, so the only way I got to watch baseball was if I watched the Yankees, and then I got to watch real baseball.
Oh, there you go.
Donnie Baseball is real baseball. Come on.
Oh, I love Donnie Baseball.
So what you're saying is you're a Red Sox fan, but you used to be a Yankee fan.
Sure.
You know what that sounds like?
You're a phony.
Sure.
All right, well, Brad, we appreciate you coming on. We'll have you on again next time. Make sure Nick's a little more civil when it comes to baseball.
I'm sure that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
especially with this jabroni.
Yeah, me too. All right, Brad. Thank you. We do appreciate it.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Have a good night. Take care.
Good night.
Good night, buddy.
Oh God, that was fun. That was a lot of fun.
What kind of mayor bet are we going to do? Like the loser beats up the winner's mayor? Because I'm down for that.
I hope the Yankees lose that one, because I would.
I would I say we do it anyway, even if we win.
Yeah, we do it. Let's all do it together. Just kidding. We're not actually going to promote violence against the mayor. Not us. All right, Sal, we're going to see you later when we talk a little bit more.
All righty.
We'll bring you back. We'll figure it out.
All right.
We're rolling.
See you later.
All right. Later, Sal. All right. And the three amigos are back as we ride along.
Hey, TJ, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I had nothing better to do tonight, so might as well.
Well, that's great. That's good news. So I forgot what we were going into for this.
We're rolling into MLB, right? MLB just started up. I gotta say, I was just, nothing going on tonight, right? Not really. I mean, the Knicks played, but they fucking suck. So what's the point of even watching?
No, they did winning. They might have blown it, but
no, they won. They did win.
Right?
But there was a night game for spring training, and I gotta say, though it was spring training, it was nice to watch a baseball game, at nighttime, and it just, it was good to see baseball getting played under the lights and hearing people talk about it, hear the crack of the bat, and all I could think was, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. And Cameron Maben killing it with the broadcast. I love him. He's great. But yeah, baseball's back, and it's got some new rules for this season and this season alone.
Well, the one I think we already spoke about before was the universal DH, which I'm happy about. if we were out pitchers batting, because I think sometimes we would see pitchers stand up there with a bat in their shoulder and just stand there and take 3 pitches on the plate and not even attempt to swing to avoid hitting into a double play. So I mean, I'm glad to see that shit gone. So that,
or you watch them square to bunt and break their hand, a la David Cohn.
Yeah, or run down to first base and what are you talking about? To meniscus? What happened to Chin Bin Wang?
No, that was rounding third.
Oh, was it?
It was rounding third.
Yeah. Even Tanaka came up limp one time going from third to home.
Pulled a hamstring.
Yeah, he pulled a hamstring against the Mets. So I mean, it's not worth it. These guys aren't they're not seeing major league pitching for quite a long time because the major leagues are the National League is the only league that has pitchers bat. And they're in college. I don't think they're batting in college either.
And so in college, there must be a DH by rule.
Yeah, and then so these guys haven't seen, and then they're going to the minors, and the minors have DH too. So how many years has it been since these guys actually seen live pitching? Let alone
if they're great,
major league. Yeah,
it makes it more entertaining. It just opens up how many more spots for aging players to live out their career. I think the players should be happy about it, considering it just opened up 16 more jobs. So. Yeah. I mean,
I always think of Mike Piazza
career a little bit.
I always think of Mike Piazza when I talk about the NL having a DH. Mike Piazza could have retired as a Met.
Yeah, he could have.
Absolutely. But listen, I mean, I'm an old school guy. I like the integrity of the game and trying to keep the game the way it was. But it's just you're handicapping a lineup for half an entire league. And I know Met fans love to bring up, Jacob deGrom can hit. He's not a spectacular hitter. Just stop when
he hits well for a pitcher.
Yeah,
like being fast for a catcher.
That's the exception to the rule. That doesn't mean that the entire league should have to suffer with an easy out or purposely, walking the guy in front of him with 2 outs to get to the pitcher. I mean, it's just boring baseball.
Yeah, I was gonna say it helped the Yankees be able to trade Luke Voigt to a National League team because he's pretty much useful as a DH. And then, as Sal just wrote in the chat, was saying that Pujols and did not spell Pujols correctly, but
I'm glad you figured out who the fuck he was talking about.
Yeah, Pujols and Nelson Cruz get to extend their careers to teams like the NL as well, because in case AL teams have DHs and now the only chance they can come back is an NL DH. I mean, they have their careers just extended. I mean, MLBPA probably loves the fact that the universal DH is there, so I'm sure we do too as well. So moving on, what's the next rule? The
Ohtani rule.
It's basically only for one person, which I fucking hate. I think
it is and it isn't. It's very similar to what they do in college. In college, the rules say there must be a DH, but your pitcher, if he is pitching and he is the DH, is technically playing 2 different positions. So when he leaves the game as the starting pitcher, he doesn't necessarily leave the position as the designated hitter because you can't lose the DH in college baseball. Which is good. I guess that's good. And they basically adopted the same rules. It only applies to Ohtani because he's the only pitcher that can actually hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Much to the chagrin of many a Mets fan, Jacob.
No, I would love to see the Mets do that. Yeah, let the Mets fucking DH. I want to see it. He's so good.
Let Jacob deGrom go into the DH slot after pitching, 8 innings, shut out, and make him DH. I still don't like it. I just don't like making a rule basically to help one person.
It doesn't bother me as much as leaving the fucking ghost runner there.
The ghost runner I hate too. So
that's back. That's back for this season. Season alone. I'm all right to compromise about it because, like they said, there's a very short spring training. Players may not be up to snuff to start the season, and having pitchers pitch into the 15th and 16th inning early on could pose a potential risk for them to get injured.
I get that.
So, I don't like that ghost runner crap, but there's some logic behind it. Next season, it's gone, and we can get back to real baseball after the 9th inning.
That's fine. As long as it's gone next year.
It's gone next year.
Until next year comes around, they're like, we actually kind of don't like playing.
Everybody hates it. There's only one person in the whole world that likes it, and it's that Heyman guy. And he's
I tweeted him, you're an idiot.
Yes, I told him he was an awful person.
Yeah. No one likes
he was worse than being stupid.
Those were his mother's dying words.
That's awful.
Name that movie.
What is that? What is that from?
I don't know.
I thought that was a TJ special.
No, yeah. Randy Quaid says it.
Oh, I have no idea. I don't like
Chevy
Randy.
Chase is in the movie.
Created one
Oh,
movie.
one of the family vacation movies, right?
Vegas
Is
Vacation.
it Vegas? Yeah, Vegas Vacation.
Yeah,
We both
has a blackjack
agreed
table.
that Chevy Chase is not funny.
No, I gave you an hour to put that movie on.
Listen, did you? I'm sorry. Did you watch Ghostbusters? I think you did.
There's
I
no
don't
proof.
understand why did that happen?
There actually is proof. I have a log of everything that you watch.
It wasn't me.
Yeah.
Once you caught me red-handed.
And then this year, the rosters are expanded to 28 up through May
That's good.
to accommodate for the double headers. That will be
Yeah,
played.
that makes sense.
Double headers are also back to 9 innings.
Which is
I
great.
like that because I hated the
Now people don't have to get
7-1.
gypped out of buying tickets for a double header.
I
Yeah.
also hated the fact that sometimes teams would be rallying in the 7th. They like cut the lead to like 1, and then it's
Not
like,
only
well,
that, just the
game's
implications, knowing that if you're throwing a no or a perfect game, and
Oh, yeah, that
going
was
through
stupid.
7, like that blows.
Somebody did that. Somebody threw a 7-inning no hitter.
I think it was
Yeah.
last
Bumgarner.
year.
Bumgarner did it.
I think that's it for the
The
changes
rule.
for this season at least.
Yeah, I believe so too.
But
Well, we're rolling slow tonight, boys. There's no
Yeah.
enthusiasm.
We are,
I'm trying to figure out, did we talk about Correa signing with the Twins last week?
we didn't because it happened after we were done.
Right? Yeah. I mean, that was big news. A lot of people upset with the Yankees front office. I only get upset with them overall because I feel that they don't invest in their team commensurate with what they make. So the Yankees are third in payroll, right? The Mets and the Dodgers are ahead of them. The only problem I have with that is they're $2 billion more valuable than the Dodgers. So the Yankees are worth around $5.25 billion, and they're third in payroll, where the Mets are like $1.7 billion value, and they're second.
Yeah.
And then the Padres are like $1.3 billion, and they're fourth.
Yeah.
You know, so to me, it just says that again, it's just further an indication of the. And I posted this on Twitter. George Steinbrenner wasn't the greatest owner in the world. He didn't always make the greatest moves in the world, but there was no question whatsoever about what his motivation was. His motivation was to win.
Yep.
He made mistakes. Yeah. Hiring Billy Martin so many times was always a mistake. He's an awful manager and an even worse player. All right. I could have won the World Series with those 77 and 78 teams. Okay.
Yeah, but he was an epic drunk, so
he was Mickey's little buddy, so he got a job and got his number retired. But point being is that George Steinbrenner was not the greatest owner in the world, but we knew where his heart was. He wanted to win. His son, I don't think there's anybody that's a Yankee fan right now that can try and sit there and pretend that Hal Steinbrenner's motivation in the world is for the Yankees to win the World Series. It's not. It's for the Yankees to make money.
It's a
It's
bottom
evident.
line.
I agree with that. I also think that with the Correa deal was like the Yankees took on Josh Donaldson's really big contract, which helped the Twins be able to sign Correa to a 3-year, I think like $115 million contract, which is like, if that's how much he was signing for, why couldn't the Yankees offer Correa that same exact deal for 3 years?
They could have. They didn't want to.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's frustrating. I get they want to go with Volpe in a couple of years, but like, who's to say Volpe's going to end up being a player like Correa?
Yeah.
I mean, we hope it is, but how many prospects of the Yankees passed on trading or, holding on to them for such a long time and they don't pan out? And
Dude,
it's
I mean,
frustrating.
yeah. How long do you have to hold on to Gary Sanchez to where you're not getting the value that you could have got from 3 years ago?
100%.
Honestly, though, the biggest problem with the Yankees, I think, is that their prospects come up from the minors. They do a lot of positive things in the minors that they don't bring to the table, or they do bring to the table when they get to the Yankees for a little while. And then the Yankees front office gets a hold of them. They get them in the room with all the stat boys. They say, hey, if you put an uppercut in your swing, you could hit more home runs. And what happens? The guy stops hitting line drives. Now he's hitting nothing. He's hitting wind because he's throwing an uppercut in his swing. He's popping out. He's flying out. And he's lost what made him good, right? They'll tell a guy, don't go for 2 on that play because you're going to get thrown out. Statistically, the analytics say that's not good. But that's what makes him good. Don't steal bases. The analytics say that it's not worth it. But imagine telling like Ricky Henderson, don't steal bases, because the Yankees would do that right now. They'd be like, we don't steal bases. Analytics says that stealing bases doesn't work.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I mean, right now, the last couple games I've been watching, they've been hitting a lot of line drives. They've been hitting a lot of ground balls. You know me, I'm not an analytics person. I think it's absolute dog shit. The only reason that it appears to work now is because everybody's doing it. It would be like if everybody played blindfolded. Yeah, it looks like the best team is the best team because everybody's blindfolded. That doesn't make it fucking so, though. I will never believe anybody when they say that batting 220 is okay. Oh, strikeout doesn't matter. I saw 2 plays today. Tim LeCastro and Aaron Hicks both hit balls deep to center field that scored a run. If you strike out, that doesn't happen. So to sit there and pretend like a strikeout is the same as every other out is ridiculous. Absolutely ludicrous.
Yeah,
but
Pete Rose sucks because his slugging percentage isn't as high as other people.
Yeah. Anyone who says Pete Rose is a terrible baseball player because of analytics can go fuck yourself.
Not as good of a hitter because his slugging percentage wasn't higher than it was. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's scoreboard it. Let's look at how many hits he has. Shut the fuck up. And
I said something about that. And Brad is saying Trevor Story to the Sox. Nobody cares, Brad.
No, it's a good move. I mean, good for them. I mean,
no, I don't get it though. I don't get it because they have a very good shortstop already.
They have the Bogarts, but I think he's going to play probably second base, right? Because they don't really have the second baseman right now. Right?
I guess he's leaving then.
Who?
That's all I can think of. I guess he's leaving. He's not going to be.
Bogarts is leaving. I would say no. You put Bogarts at short and Story at second. Or third.
Bogarts wants to play short.
I'm saying you put Story at second.
Story wants to play short.
Then one of them has to give up.
Well, I know that that Bogarts is a free agent sometime like in the next year or two.
Oh, so maybe that might be it then. You probably.
I don't think he's going to stay with them. I mean, if he wants,
he's not going to be.
Look at Manny Machado.
If only we had a guest that was from Boston that could help us right now.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about that shit. But in other Yankee news, cities that matter, Rachel Balkovec got cracked in the face with a baseball today.
I knew you were going to mention this. This.
I mean, normally I don't know who the single A manager is, but if we're going to make woke comments about like who's playing, I mean, who's coaching, then we got to talk about it. I mean, it happened. It was, I saw it. It was tweeted. I'm pretty sure a Rockies manager from the minors died one year and nobody mentioned it. He got hit by like a line drive while he was coaching third.
Sal said that Story did agree to move to second, so I was correct once again. So just
did he?
Just putting that out there. Story was going to play second.
You're a sucker, Story. Anyway, we'll see how how he hits when the air is a little thicker. But yeah, Rachel Balkovec got hit in the face. She's out like 5 to 7 days or something like that.
And it's tough getting hit in the face with a ball. I'm not going to lie.
When I was in Little League, my manager was a woman. What was her name? Jamie. And she got cracked in the wrist. And it was the first time I ever saw like the stitches of a baseball on somebody's skin.
Ugh, it's brutal.
And we were only like 11. We were or like 10 or 11. We were probably like 10 or 11. And somebody ripped a foul ball at her and hit her right on the wrist. Bam. And it left stitch marks. That is not uncommon. Just so everybody knows, that doesn't just happen to women. I've gotten hit by a baseball and had stitch marks on my chest and on my shin and on my forearm.
It's pretty intense.
But yeah, she got cracked in the face. Somebody posted the damn clip of Marsha Brady getting hit with the football.
Fatality.
It's not funny. It's not funny, but it's pretty funny.
All right, we're moving on to NFL. I put free agency. I probably should switch this to off season because this has been one of the craziest off seasons that I can remember in NFL, in recent NFL history anyway. Especially the news today with Tyreek Hill. I didn't even know it was on like the outs with the Kansas City Chiefs, but they traded him. The report came out saying they're looking to trade him the same day, and then like a couple hours later, he's traded to the Dolphins, and it was a pick between going to the Jets or the Dolphins, and he picked the Dolphins. The Jets had a pretty good package out there as well.
Casey accepted it, but he didn't want to go.
It would have been awesome if the Jets picked that. They were not giving up one of their top 10 first-round picks, which was amazing. Joe Douglas would have been, I mean, even better, A+, I guess. He's already has A+. So, I mean,
get the gold jacket.
Yeah,
if he would have pulled that off, get the gold jacket.
It would have been incredible if he pulled off Tyreek Hill for not even a first-round draft pick. And
fantastic.
It all got ruined because Tyreek Hill didn't want to go to the Jets because he didn't need him.
But now, why would you want to go somewhere like? Listen, I understand. Zach Wilson, up and coming quarterback. A lot left to see out of him. So, but you're going to Miami to play for Tua, who can't fucking throw. I mean, he can throw, but does Hill really think he's going to be the stud he was in KC when Tua is missing him left and right?
So here's the deal with and what's really bothering me with the entire process is a lot of Jets fans are like, oh, it's because the Jets didn't offer a first round pick. That's why the Chiefs gave Hill the option to pick of teams. If they would have just blown the Dolphins pick out of their offer out of the water, then there would have been no choice and he would have had to go to the Jets. That's just not true because it would have had to be an extend and trade. And he easily, which is essentially, that's a no trade clause, right? Because if I just sit there and say, I don't want to go there, and I just say, like, I'm not going to do an extension with them, then I'm not getting traded. That's it.
Yep.
So to sit there and say, like, oh, well, they could have offered a first rounder and they definitely would have got him maybe for a year if they forced the trade anyway, even though they didn't get the extension. And then you would have paid a first round pick for a 1 year rental. And who doesn't want to be on the team? And there's so many just ignorant Jet fans going, no, if we would have offered everything, he would have came. No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have signed the extension. He didn't want to be here. He lives in Miami. He lives in Florida. All right. They're tax-free. Yeah. Okay. He has family there. Why would he come to New York other than I get it. I'm a big fan of New York. I think New York's the center of the fucking universe. Everybody doesn't. Most athletes are very short-sighted. They're only going to look at what they're getting paid today. They don't realize that if they do well in New York, they'll have a job for as long as they want a job. Brandon Marshall is evident of that. Anybody ask Brandon Marshall about what it was like playing for the Jets? He didn't win championships, but he's got a job on HBO. And it works. I always keep telling people, I'm like, listen, Derek Jeter won in New York. He could murder the mayor of New York City in Times Square and be found not guilty. That's what being a hero in New York is. Joe Namath tried to drunkenly sexually assault somebody on Monday Night Football. Nobody cares. We're being honest here, right? I mean, if you win in New York, you are the crown prince of the world. So he'll die in mediocrity in Miami when they're looking for a quarterback in a year or two. And honestly, Tyreek Hill is an amazing talent. He doesn't have a great route tree. He's fast as fuck.
Yeah. So
that means he can catch a 40-something yard pass. The only problem is his quarterback can't throw 40 yards.
Yeah, it's an issue.
And every Dolphins fan, I know Coop is going to send us a message right now showing us that one pass that Tua threw against the Jets last year with zero coverage on fucking one-on-one with Waddle. Go ahead, Coop. Send it our way. One fucking pass the whole year, 40 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
watch that from a team that had to get rid of their stud coach because he didn't want to lose, right?
Yeah,
and he didn't want Tua as his quarterback. And he didn't want Tua as his quarterback. I know. What a shitty coach letting the fucking fan base know exactly what they have.
That was the other thing. Why would you play for a owner that tried to bribe the coach to lose games?
Yeah.
The only thing Miami has is the weather and tax-free weather. That's all they have. That's all Miami has, like tax-free weather.
That's true. I agree.
They have a solid game
I
down
forgot about the Brian Flores thing, but he got paid to lose, and then he won anyway. And then they're like,
I'm amazed that fan base isn't shitting on that team more for that. Like they just accept it.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Oh yeah, we're selling out for a pick. No, that's shit. Imagine paying to go see those games.
Big haul.
It's ridiculous.
They gave up a pretty big haul for Hill.
Yeah, they did.
5 picks and that big ass contract.
Yeah, and then they gave him 120 million, right?
73 million guaranteed.
75. Wow, 73 million guaranteed. Jesus, that's crazy.
And 53 million of it was a signing bonus.
Well, maybe he'll be good for that next quarterback.
Yeah, maybe the next quarterback.
It's funny though, because Bridgewater is their backup and he can't throw far either.
Nope.
So I hope Tyreek Hill enjoys running out patterns, 5-yard outs and little slants and button hooks.
Right across the middle, getting fucking walloped. Enjoy.
I hope the Jets sign Tyrann Mathieu and just destroy that part. That shit won't happen.
Yep.
Oh, no, not at all.
Yeah, across the middle.
And the other big wide receiver one that's moving on is Devontae Adams from the Green Bay Packers, traded to the – I almost said the Los Angeles Raiders. I don't know why. I almost said Los Angeles.
What is it, 1992?
Yeah. The Las Vegas Raiders Now Devontae Adams reunited him with his college quarterback and Derek.
We lost him.
We lost him. Derek Carr reunited with his college football quarterback, Derek Carr.
Oh, he's back.
You all right?
Maybe. No.
Oh, he's
Not
frozen again. That's a great face, by the way. He's going to love watching this later.
That's what a Giant fan looks like, folks.
I think he keeps freezing. He's just making faces now. The poor radio people can't see this ridiculousness. Oh, I think he left. He'll be back. Anyhow, yeah, Devontae Adams leaves Green Bay and heads over to Las Vegas. And, looking around that wide receiver room out there in Green Bay now, and it doesn't look as attractive to Aaron Rodgers as it previously did.
Definitely does not.
You done now, Mr. Jitterbug?
I don't know what the fuck I'm sitting next to my internet, like my Wi-Fi. I don't know why it's
no cue cards. Maybe it's the cleaning lady's fault. Did she unplug it on you?
She got some lemon pledge on your shit, bro.
She must have. I'm so mad right now. I hate this. No, it's Optimum's fault. Fuck you, Optimum.
Why do you still have Optimum?
I don't know. Don't ask me questions.
BIOS, motherfucker.
I should switch to BIOS.
Is it wired for your development?
Yeah, we just recently got it. Able to get BIOS.
Jump on board.
I have to switch. It's a big commitment.
Yeah, well, you should be committed to this podcast and not making faces like this.
Rob, I didn't purposely make that face.
I think you did. If for folks listening and not watching, it's the bitter beer face, essentially.
That one. All right, get back to the football.
We were done with the football.
Yeah, we talked about Devontae Adams being reunited with his former college quarterback.
All right, where are we off to next, boys?
We are
slow rolling.
Oh, we what is wrong with us today? We like everyone. I guess everyone's out of it.
Can we pump this up? Let's pump this up.
God,
seriously, let's just go right into PGA and talk about how if you rode with us for 2 weeks straight, you're in the fucking money, boys.
Wait, hold on. Wait, we have to do this thing first, and then we could then we get back to it. For anyone who's on audio, this is last time I froze with a ridiculous face on.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm doing.
Rook, what are you, about 20 pounds down from that now?
I probably am, actually. I look, I do. I feel like I look
svelte.
Yeah, I look big there. Ugh. Like all I needed was the little creature on the side, like fucking Jabba the Hutt there.
Oh, Solo.
The little thing, the little rat thing on the side.
I saw that thing at the 90s thing. They had like a little puppet thing there, and that puppet was there.
The little rat, little shit rat.
Yeah.
That rat.
That one.
That one. All right, well, let's pump it up. It's a PGA picks as TJ was getting before I made fun of myself.
Making money.
At least I can make fun of myself. You know, that's the good thing.
That's not you anymore, though. That's the old you.
That was the old Jabba me.
You just look like a Wookiee.
TJ just wanted to use that just so he could do the impression.
So bad.
Disney's suing us in 3, 2, 1.
They don't own that.
It's gonna be like you posted a clip of Jabba the Hutt getting choked out by Princess Leia. Copyright claim.
Was that some kink? I think that was some kink.
It might have been.
He had some chick in a bikini choke him with a fucking rope.
Slave Leia.
I'm pretty sure it's some borderline David Carradine shit right there.
Getting choked out by Princess Leia. What a dream.
Who wouldn't want to get choked out by Princess Leia?
What do they call that?
Call that what it is.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, autoerotic asphyxiation. Yeah.
Everybody has the Princess Leia fantasy, okay? Slave Leia.
Not the choking part, though.
Yeah, dude, whatever works.
Whatever gets you going. We don't judge. No judgment here. Judgment-free zone, like we're fucking Planet Fitness giving out pizza on a Friday.
That's how they get you going, bro.
All right. So PGA Valspar Championship. Our guy Sam Burns, who I picked to win, takes it down to the wire. All right. I was watching. If you don't know, we bet using FanDuel, and the best part about FanDuel is the cash out option. And I was sitting there with my finger above the cash out because it kept bouncing from about half the payout. Then it went to 3/4 of the payout when what's his name missed the fairway and was off right behind the bunker to the right in the replay of the 18th hole, the first playoff hole, and then it bounced down back to half money. So I was like, you know what, this isn't life-changing money. I only had $15 on it. I went light, $330 payday. I was like, let's roll with it. Sam Burns comes out with the win. A fantastic birdie putt from about, I would think it was 35, 40 feet. Lips it in right on the outside of the cup, just barely cuts in. Beautiful. So we got Sam Burns to win. That was my pick. I also picked Scott Stallings to place in the top 20. He was actually leading after 2 days of the Valspar. So he was secured nice and easily in the top 20. That was going off at plus 500. So that maybe another couple shekels. So if you rode with us, you made some money. Last week, Rook happened to pick the winner. So he made you some money. Yeah, with Cam Smith. I think we're getting a little credibility in our PGA picks, boys. The only one I had wrong was I thought Xander Schauffele was going to be in the top 5. Sadly, he crapped the bed the last day. He was floating around, tied 6th, tied 7th, but he did a bad showing. I think he ended up finishing 8th or 9th. So if you took him making top 10, he was there. But I think that was an incredible run by Sam Burns on an extremely hard course. It was fun to watch. Yeah. It's fun to make money. So, I mean, this week is a little weird. The Dell, it's match play, and then the lineups come out late for the match play. It was today was the match play, so we didn't have any picks for you. You could bet to see who's going to win at the end, but we're going to stay away from that this week. But we can we announce what we're doing, Rook?
I would say yes, but my Wi-Fi keeps going in and out.
Apparently we cannot.
Optimum, you suck.
Jesus.
There's that awesome face again. I hope he watches this whole thing over again just to watch his face freeze.
Oh my goodness. So we're gonna be here at Belly Up. The Scoreboard Addicts are bringing to you the nice Masters pre-show. Running down some picks for you, some betting for the Masters, just breaking down hole by hole, just everything about the Masters, because, folks, if you're a golf fan, this is our Super Bowl. Rook, you're back. Break it down for us. What are we doing with our Masters pre-show?
He's frozen.
And he's out again. What is going on? What is going on?
You know what, though? The Masters is just not the same for me ever since I played Augusta.
You never played Augusta.
I got the plane ticket to prove it.
No, you flew to Augusta, Georgia.
I'm extremely mad about this. I don't know what the hell's going on with my computer. Can you hear me now?
Mad.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's so frustrating. Anyway, I picked Matthew Fitzpatrick top 20, top 10. That hit last week as well, and that was plus money. And then, yes, as TJ was saying, that it's like the Super Bowl of golf for golf fans. The Masters, we're doing the Belly Up Masters pre-show, as we were calling it. We have a few other podcasts that are going to be joining us already. We have Pivots and Divots. We have TSS Fantasies coming on. We have the Sports Stove. Finn Stover is going to join us. And then I think we have possibly one more. And then who's the other one is? I can't remember the last one. Sal. Help me out, Sal. He's sleeping over there. I see him. And then we might have one more podcast join. Oh, that is it. Okay. I didn't name all 3. And then
we're going to be live April 3rd, folks. April 3rd, 9 p.m.
April 3rd, 9 p.m.
And we're trying to get it all down for you.
Yep. And we're all in the process of getting sponsors. We all each have different topics. We're talking fantasy aspect of picking picks. We're going to do betting picks. And then obviously just picking who we believe is going to win. We're going to try to get some skits, some additional content squeezed in between everything else. And then we have one topic we're going to discuss is going to be with Vince Stover. We're going to talk about things doing a golf course, besides golfing, which I always like to do, like drinking and such. I believe we're going to have TJ. TJ is going to do one skit, or not skit, but a segment about best drinks to make while on the golf course, which would be fun.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna show you how to make some of the most iconic drinks to bring out there on the golf course with you when you're sneaking booze out on the course. None of us ever do that. No. But I'm going to break down the best, in my opinion, but I'm pretty sure everybody will agree, the best cocktails to make yourself or to have made for you out on the golf course. Golf, booze go hand in hand.
Yes. And it should be a great show. I think we have a lot of great contributors.
Talking about the Masters, it can't not be amazing. I mean,
yeah, exactly. And then we're gonna, do top, Masters moments, stuff like that. It should be about an hour and a half, maybe a little more, depending on when we finally get all this sorted out. But we're looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. And breaking news: is Tiger playing in the Masters? We'll let you know in 2 weeks.
I'll tell you who isn't going to be the Masters. Phil Mickelson.
Phil Mickelson not going to be in the Masters. You know what? I finally started seeing some common sense tweets out there from different people in the PGA world on Twitter about how Phil Mickelson could be a staple for the game of golf for 25, 30 years. And the guy has, a bad moment in time, says some, statements that weren't really that outrageous, just essentially saying the truth and speaking his opinion. And now the entire golf world wants to turn on him as if, he's the black sheep and what the hell he did. So, I mean, I think the sport is way worse without Phil Mickelson in it. I don't care what the guy says. He gave his opinion. It's not like it was a racist opinion. It's not like it was, some kind of misogynistic or something like that. It was literally just essentially going against the PGA Tour as a business, as a brand. And now he's blackballed. And essentially from what I hear around the business aspect of it is the PGA is going to go on and let him say that he's taking the time away from the sport, when in reality, when he does try to emerge, there's most likely going to be some kind of suspension for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird that does happen. That happened to him. I mean, the whole thing with him, like taking a break now, and after those, there are bad statements. We get it, but I don't know. I feel like Phil Mickelson's just a staple in the sport, and everyone, some people who enjoy watching the Masters just to watch Phil.
Yeah. There he goes.
Optimum, you suck.
So, yeah, but I mean, essentially, I think what they're doing is they're just pushing, they're pushing Phil Mickelson right over to, Live Golf and to Greg Norman. And the Greg Norman essentially came out about a week ago, gave an interview, and with the Subpar podcast, Colt Nost and the Sleaze over there. And they're always a good podcast to watch. And Greg Norman broke it down for them. And essentially, it's not going to be a tour. It's going to be about 8 tournaments, a lot of money up for grabs, and essentially kind of put it out there saying that he spoke to the head of the PGA and just said, no, we're not looking to poach players. We're just giving them the opportunity to play over here, make some money in a different type of tournament. They aren't doing it anywhere near the 4 majors. They're not doing it anywhere near any of the heritage golf tournaments that are the PGA is known for. They're trying to work with the PGA Tour, and from the speculation is essentially that the PGA Tour told all the players that if you go play for any of the tournaments for Live Golf, that you will be banned from the PGA Tour, which is kind of a lot of lawyers are getting involved. A lot of people I've seen on Twitter giving their opinions because essentially players for the PGA Tour are, pretty much individual contracts. They pretty much, play their way in. They're not guaranteed money by the PGA Tour. They have to play to win money. So is there a legal standing that the PGA Tour can have to blackball them? And essentially, if you have, the bottom, of the barrel, players, 150, 200 world rankings or lower, is it going to really affect them to blackball them? No. But if you get a Bryson DeChambeau to go over there, if you get a Colin Morikawa, if you get any of these guys to go over there, yeah, you're 100% cutting your nose off to spite your face if you're going to try to ban them from the tour for going over there and trying to make a little bit of money, especially when, let's say, the first or second tournament over with Live Golf goes off and the 188th player in the world ranked is making $3 to $4 million purse, and you have 180 other players sitting there saying, I could beat that guy. I could beat that guy in a bad day. Why am I not going over there to make $3 million next week? It's definitely, I'm excited to see what it does, because as a fan, I want to see as much golf as there is to be played. I like Greg Norman. Greg Norman's a legend in the PGA. So I understand as far as a monopoly standpoint, as far as a business standpoint, why the PGA wouldn't want to see their players go over there and play these tournaments. But it's going to be an eventuality, especially the way they're talking about the purses and the prize money that's up for grabs. You're not going to keep these guys who, if they're ranked 10th, 15th, 20th, and they're placing, top 20 and getting $200,000 to $300,000, knowing that they can go beat somebody, easily and pick up $3 million. Who's going to turn that down?
So, I mean, I'm looking at it, and I kind of feel like this is kind of similar to like a situation where it doesn't have to be a.
Doc, you're correct. I don't think Phil is going to win the Masters either. That's a great hot take. I'm gonna bet him not to make the cut.
Going out on a limb,
but Doc always with us. I love it. But the way I look at it, I feel like this might end up being something, and maybe it's not a bad thing, to be something like what boxing has, where there's multiple different types of organizations that everybody can be a part of. And then you just become the unanimous guy, you've got your WBC, your WBA, WBO, the ring, and there's 25 championship belts for every damn boxing champion, right? There's how many heavyweight champions are there? There's like 8. And if you get all 8 belts, then you're the unanimous guy, so maybe that's what this becomes, where there's 2 different leagues, I guess, and you can compete in either one.
But that's the thing. They already said they got away from the fact that it's going to be their own league. They're not trying to create their own tour. They're just trying to create a couple of events by Live Golf, by this corporation that's putting it together. And they just want to have the best and the best compete, because that's who people want to see. And from what Greg Norman said, it's going to be more camera angles. You're going to be able to follow your guy through all 18 holes. It's going to be a shotgun format, which I know a lot of the players don't like, starting on hole 3, 4, wherever. But essentially, you're fitting in an entire day of golf into a 4.5-hour window, where I know if you're watching on Saturday or Sunday on CBS or NBC, you're only watching about 4 to 4.5 hours of golf. But in all actuality, that tournament for that day started about 7:30 in the morning and is finishing off at about 7 o'clock at night. You're missing a good 60% of the golf. Whereas with the way they want to do it, shotgun start, you could see all your guys, your players, the people you want to follow. You could follow them for all 18 holes. And if you watch golf, if you're a big Harry Higgs guy, unless he's up in the top 10 or has an incredible shot on one of the holes, you're not getting to see Harry Higgs. You're not getting to see Max Homa unless he's in the top 10. So they have a great idea. I think it's going to be great for the sport, but from a business standpoint, I understand why the PGA is fighting so hard. I mean, if you're a monopoly and you have the keys to the castle and you get to sit there and tell your sponsors and the money coming in, hey, it's this much money. You want to be part of golf? You're going to pay us that much money if you want sponsorship here, if you want TV time. And they have the right to set that number, because what else are you going to do? They control everything else. They control the Asian market. They control the miners, the Corn Ferry, all these other the Jicky Jacks, as some of the pros like to call it. So you're giving away the keys to the castle essentially by a competitor coming in, and they don't want to do it. So I understand it from that point, but it's not good for golf. I want to see more golf. You want fans more involved.
Racially driven. Just throwing it out there.
Listen, it's not my phrase.
But moving on from PGA, New York Rangers, miserable night last night. Tuesday. But at the trade deadline, made some quality moves, picked up a few players. By the way,
they made some moves. It's not the moves that it's not the sexiest moves, but it helps. It definitely helps the team.
They're quality moves. You want to hear something interesting about those moves? The four players that the Rangers picked up were the most. How do I say this? They were the only team to pick up 4 players that had played at least one NHL game. So everybody else, they traded for maybe a sexier player, but they only got one. Or they picked up a sexy player and a prospect that never played in the NHL before. The Rangers were the only team to pick up 4 players that had all at least played at least one NHL game.
Yeah, I get it. But when you have somebody like the Panthers picking up Claude Giroux, it's, they're already ahead in the division and they're picking up a stud.
But to be fair, he requested to play for the Panthers.
No, I understand that. And I'm not trying to fault the Rangers, but I understand what the Rangers fan base thinking that, there could have been a sexier option out there. I mean, Max Domi, if you will, he ended up going to
I want to say Carolina.
Yes. So, I mean, there was a lot of much sexier players out there to get, players by themselves that would help the team coming out the gate. But I think, no, we definitely got quality players and didn't have to give up too much. So let's see how it works out for them. But it's going to be an uphill climb.
I thought Kopp looked good last night.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Everybody that played that was new looked good. It was everybody that was old that looked awful.
Everybody that wasn't in net looked great.
Honestly, I mean, Shesterkin had an off night. They're bound to happen. Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. And Georgiev went back to being Georgiev. He had a great game on Sunday. And then, as Eminem said, snap back to reality.
I think that's the biggest letdown, dude. I mean, we lose to the friggin' Islanders, rivalry game, but a team that's not making the playoffs. We beat the Lightning, which we needed to do. We beat the Hurricane. We shut them out. Georgiev gets the shutout. And then, we lose to the Devils in destructive fashion. I mean, it was embarrassing. We had a good first period and then just collapsed in the second. And it's funny because reading, Devils Twitter, you think they just secured themselves a spot in the playoffs, like they're going somewhere, touting Jack Hughes as the next coming of Connor McDavid because now he has, 21 goals? It's like, let's pump the brakes a little bit. I mean, come on. The Rangers had an off night, and you guys are going to be playing golf in May. So,
I mean, so will we. Maybe we'll see them there.
We might. I think they play on a little bit better courses, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit. Not Augusta like you got to play.
You ever seen Canadians play golf?
Dude, I mean, a lot of these past NHLers, they become studs out
Just
there.
Chelios, he's American. And we know this because he plays golf with John C. McKinley and John Cusack and Tony Danza.
Tony Danza.
Weirdest foursome ever.
Oh, my goodness. That's an odd foursome.
It is, but I love it. But anything else? I just hope that that Turk took them out back and had them doing suicides until somebody screamed out, Mike Eruzione, United States of America. Because
dude, that's the first thing I said. I said I hope they're bag skating tonight because that's just embarrassing. And you know what? It's bound to happen. I mean, out of the last 9 games, the Rangers have dominated the Devils, 8 of them. We won the last 5 games in a row at the Rock. We lose this one. The Devils fan base talking shit last night. Well, yeah, you got the win, but calm down because the last time I checked, every time the Rangers roll into the Rock, it's about 60 to 70% Ranger fans. So yeah. You can't even fill that shit stain of a stadium in Newark.
The game started and you heard a very strong "Let's go Rangers" chant.
Yeah,
and the Rangers came out strong to start. It just they
fell apart
in a second.
Yeah, listen,
and then by the
good win for the Devils.
It was over.
I'm not trying to knock the Devils. It was a good win for them. They played a complete 60-minute game. Congratulations on the win. But the fan base, I think, needs to look at the standings and accept reality. Again, you're not making the playoffs. Again, your team's not going anywhere. And how long until what's his name decides that I don't want to play for this shit organization anymore? Yeah, Jack Hughes. So I mean, it's coming. Keep up what you're doing.
So I think moving on to what are we moving on to now, Rook? If you're not frozen, he's frozen again. Son of a bitch. This poor gentleman. He's tortured.
Is it back?
You were frozen. You're good right now.
I restarted everything, my computer, my Wi-Fi, everything. It's still not fucking working. Anyway.
Oh my god. Does this mean we get to skip over March Madness?
No. I think so.
No.
Oh, he's back.
No, it does not.
He's back.
It does not.
Well, March then Madness go right into March Madness, pal.
I'm just annoyed with this. I don't know what I'm talking about. I restarted everything and now nothing's still working. Anyway, March Madness. We'll bring on Sal for this real quick, and then we'll go into Does Gen Z know? Sal, are you following along with March Madness this week or no?
I watched the Duke game with Coach K and Tom Izzo going at it. That was a pretty good game.
It was a close game for most of it. Duke did pull away with it. So
I watched the Arizona game. That was pretty good.
That was a close one too against TCU. Yeah. That was a fun one. Baylor's already gone in number 1 seed, got upset by North Carolina. You have Michigan making a run as an 11 seed right now, which is fun. And the huge story of the huge story of the tournament is St. Peter's from, Jersey City, New Jersey. Making this run. I mean, little program, and a lot of the stories are coming out this week about how.
Uh-oh. There he goes. He's frozen.
Is it back?
Uh-oh. Yeah, you're back.
So they were talking about how one of the coaches was on Twitter, a former coach, talking about how little the program is cared for, about how at one point their bills were not paid for 12 months, so they didn't get equipment. They had flooding in their offices constantly. They used to have to cancel games while there was an ESPNU game that was coming in, and they completely had to cancel it because of roof leak. So it's just funny to see Kentucky, one of the blue bloods of the NCAA, lose to St. Peter's. It was just incredible. And then Murray State has an opportunity to get into a Sweet 16 playing against a lower seed like that, a little known school. And once again, they win again, and they go ahead and
there he goes again. Rook's having a tough night. He gone. No, he's back.
He's not doing good.
No, he's not having a good night, is he?
No, not at all.
This is actually really frustrating. I'm gonna fucking complain to Optimum. Anyone listening, I'm gonna switch to Vials tonight. This is the Vials commercial. Little did anyone know we're sponsored by Vials here.
We're sponsored by Verizon.
So anyway, I mean, I'd love to talk more March Madness, but I'm probably gonna get cut off by Optimum. So
share what I'm sharing.
I will probably go. I don't know if we can play that because it's probably gonna cut out copyright rules, Nick.
It's 10 seconds. It's not even 10. It's like 2 seconds.
All right, let me try.
I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
That was the St. Peter's coach when they wouldn't pay his bills.
That's funny.
And he's gone.
It's always the same face. He always gets caught making the same face. All right, let's move it. Does Gen Z know? All right,
are we gonna be able to get through this?
Good segue.
Let's get into it.
He's gone again.
Oh my god!
No,
First world problems. I'm just trying to find out if he's just moving really slowly now to fuck with us.
No, I think I'm here. I'm just really angry. I'm about to throw my router through the wall.
Sal, we used to fuck with him, and we used to sit there and just not move, and he'd be like, "Did you guys freeze?" And then he'd see my mic was still moving.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Okay, he's all right. You're back.
All right. First question for Does Gen Z know? Take it away, Rook, if you can.
He's so sad.
Yeah.
Let's go before you freeze again.
Go ahead. TJ was going.
Oh, I got the first one. All right. The first one is going to be a theme song.
Oh god!
What 90s TV theme song is this?
For real?
We did this 3 weeks ago.
Did we?
Yes.
We already did this.
Was I not here?
You were away.
See, so I was just fucking know. Scumbags.
I don't remember what it was. What was it? And Rook's frozen again.
He doesn't even remember.
He doesn't even remember. All right, so somebody else go. I'll find another one.
What 90s cartoon show starred 2 anthropomorphic chipmunks and their mice companions?
Oh, Tom and Jerry? No.
Here's a hint. One chipmunk was dressed as Indiana Jones. The other was dressed as Magnum P.I.
Oh, wait, I could see this too. What is it? What's it called?
That's for you to tell us, guy.
That's the one. That's why you're here.
I don't know. What do you got?
The name of that cartoon show would be Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers.
Chip and Dale's.
I've heard of that.
Rangers.
Well, they're actually coming out with a new live action movie-ish.
Really?
Look it up. It actually looked kind of weird and cool at the same time.
I actually feel like I'd like that. All right, I have a question for you before my Wi-Fi goes out.
All right.
What do the initials of TLC stand for? And I'm not talking about the regular TLC. I'm talking about the pop band. Or they're R&B.
When you say TLC, I immediately go to wrestling and tables, ladders, and chairs, but it's not that.
No, sadly, it's not.
It's not the pop band?
I mean, they're not a pop band. They're an R&B
They're
band.
R&B band. I
right.
probably said, I said pop, but it's R&B. Do you know what they stand for or no?
Tender Love and Care?
No, it's not that one. It's not tables, ladders, and chairs.
The Love 'em, touch 'em, squeeze 'ems.
I don't know. What is it? What does it stand for?
It stands for the three members: T-Boz, Lisa Left Eye Lopez, and Chili.
All right.
By the way, that 90s thing I was at last week, Chili and T-Boz were there.
Oh, that's awesome. That's pretty cool.
Obviously, Lisa Lopez was not there as she died in a fire a couple years back.
I will remember you.
I always laugh when
Did she
you
start
play
that
it.
fire? Did she burn her boyfriend's house down or something like that?
No, I think that's no.
Didn't
Wait,
one
what?
of them try to burn their?
Yes,
one of them got
I'm
arrested.
sorry. When you said, didn't she start that fire? I thought you said, didn't you start that fire? I don't mean to, I'm not laughing at Lisa Left Eye Lopez. I'm not. I thought TJ just quoted fucking Biodome.
No, I wouldn't do that. No, didn't one of them get arrested for burning?
She set her boyfriend's house on fire. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jeez.
Oh, that's really how she. I didn't know she actually did that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she
She
set her
torched the
boyfriend's
house.
on fire.
Yeah,
But I can't remember if she died in that fire or like
that was a
leaving that
different.
fire.
Different fire. And don't go chasing waterfalls, boy.
All right, so I got a different one.
All right.
90s sitcom. Here we
I
go.
don't want no scrubs.
Let's see. If you guys did this one, I can't help. I'm done.
Hey, creep.
Ah, creep. Cut it.
That was 9 seconds.
There's
I
no
know the
time
song.
limit.
It's Love and Marriage, but that's not the name of the show. Is it All in the Family?
What?
No,
That's not a 90s show.
No. I got this.
The father's famous for his touchdown.
Modern
streak
Family. Isn't he in
for
Modern Family?
Polk High
He is,
football.
yes, he's in Modern Family as well.
I know what.
You're getting closer.
I
Peg.
know the guy he's from Modern Family, but what the
It's from
hell?
Wayne's World too. He never did a crazy thing to that night. Why is it when you kill a man in a battle, it's called heroic? Kill a man in fashion, it's called murder.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't.
I love
think.
the Simpsons when they made fun of it. And they're
Yes.
like,
No.
he got it?
No.
I love Futurama when they make fun of it.
The Simpsons make fun of it, and then she's like, "Come on, Al, let's have sex." He's like, not tonight, Peg." it's like every episode.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but I don't remember.
You were close about being like the marriage part was in
Yeah.
it.
Name of that show was Married with Children. Ed
Children.
O'Neill.
I don't
I've
know.
Ed
seen that
O'Neill,
Al Bundy,
Katie
American Hero.
Seagal,
Katie
Steve
Seagal.
Seagal, David
Christina
Faustino,
Applegate.
and Christina Applegate.
Yep.
What was and
I've
what
seen
was
that
the boy's
before.
name?
David Faustino.
David Faustino. Yes.
Yeah. Every time.
Actually,
Christina
Ed
Applegate walked
O'Neill.
in.
Hold on. Ed O'Neill and Jefferson Darcy were both in Wayne's World too.
Yes,
yeah.
they were.
He played Mr. Scream.
Yes, he did.
I'm not handsome
I
Dan.
forgot about that. All right, Sal. Last, we have the audio clip here.
All right.
Guess this 90s theme song. That was it. The short clip. Because you can't do
That's
more
a
than
short
that.
one. That's a short one.
That's the
Um,
second theme song for that show.
That's
Or the first theme. Sorry, the first theme song for that show.
All right, you got to give me
Two
hints.
themes.
Give me some hints.
took place in the suburbs of Philadelphia.
I was gonna say Nick actually met cast members last week.
Yeah.
We talked about it all last week when Nick was telling his 90s story.
I don't know.
Play
Plays
one more
with
time.
Square.
I don't
His
know.
best friend's name was Sean.
He's a big Phillies fan.
Why are you yelling?
Their teacher was Mr. Feeney.
I don't know. Leave me alone. I'm having a rough night.
Mr. Feeney. If you don't get it now, you'll never get it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get it.
That
Another
TV
0
show
for 4.
was Boy Meets
I've
World,
heard of
man.
that. I've
We've
heard of
actually
that, but I've
so
never
many
seen
questions about. We mentioned Boy Meets World Lutz like once a week.
it. I've heard of it, but never seen it.
Really? Wow.
Never saw it.
Never
X
seen
this.
Boy Meets
X
World.
him. X him again.
They're 0 for 4.
Yeah. Did you do your homework assignment last week that Nick gave you?
What was it?
Oh, I forgot what I told him to do.
I had
Yeah,
it.
I forgot what he told me to do too.
It doesn't matter what I told him to do.
I think you told him to watch a movie. One of the movies. I'm trying to think.
I
what
think
you
I
told
did.
him.
I just can't remember what it was.
I don't
what
remember
movie it
either.
was.
I had to watch last week's episode and find out.
Yeah, watch
Yeah.
last week's episode to find out what movie Nick wanted him
Yeah.
to watch.
You'll be one of the 4 people that watched.
That's not
No,
true. My dad's watching, so 5.
That's not true. We had
Party
at
of
least,
5. Another great show.
we had at least over 10 views on YouTube, and we had about 40 on the Twitter.
Ooh.
So
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yeah, whatever.
You negative Nancy.
I said,
I'm
people
drinking
love
Busch
the
Leave Me
trivia. People love the WWF trivia. People love the Does Gen Z know? They don't love Nick, but
That's true. That's true.
Wow.
Even your dad right now is like, I agree with that statement.
Yeah. The focus groups are coming back. They hate Nick.
You know what I've noticed? It's because I'm brown, okay? Why people don't like people from other people's country, like other countries. That's why hockey and baseball are less and less popular every day.
Yeah,
They
that's
see names they can't pronounce and they are immediately turned off.
here we go again. About
Yeah, but
this.
those names come from white guys, French Canadians.
They don't sound like Smith and Anderson, Johnson.
You look like a Johnson.
He does. Take your hat off.
Don't you have some freezing to do?
Yeah, I have actually frozen a while. So let's get back to the March Madness. And then it just freezes. It's going to freeze
God.
again when I start talking.
God's
about
way of
March
telling you,
Madness.
shut up about college basketball.
Yeah, it's like, all right, I want to talk about college basketball again. My internet just goes out.
Well, yeah, that's God's way of telling you no.
Here, look, Nick's dad. See, the focus groups don't lie.
Thanks, Dad.
You see, his dad's arrested him.
It's true. He told me in secret he wished he had 2 daughters.
He does. He has Dave and Vanessa.
I don't know, man. I think Dave can beat you and me up at the same time.
That's not even true. He would cry because he's a crier. Everybody knows
I
this.
don't know.
I don't know. Not everybody, because I didn't know that.
Dave's a crier.
It's because he's
Well-
a real man.
Okay, if you say so. All right. I think that's it for this week.
Yeah, I apologize for my internet.
Yeah, it ruined the entire show.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Ruined the whole show because the show doesn't run without me. I'm the straw that stirs the drink. So
more like what happened is somebody was talking to you and you went,
yeah. That's
or you were in the middle of a sentence and all of a sudden,
Jabba the Hutt face.
The full Jabba the Hutt.
Just make sure you're home when you get the cable guy to come over and fix that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies that start with the cable guy coming over and the husband's not at home, Just
Like
saying.
the cable guy. Whatever you do, don't let him give you a free package.
All right, Nick, wrap it up so you don't have to edit this because it's going to be exactly an hour 30.
All right. Well, this wraps it up for us at the Scoreboard Addicts podcast. We appreciate you all for coming. Thanks to our guests, Matt and Brad. And TJ, thank you for coming as well. We'll catch you again next week.